꽃이 피네 꽃이 피네 피네 가을봄 여름같이 여름같이 꽃이 피네 산에 핀 꽃은 저만큼 혼자서 피어 있네 산에서 서는 작은 새야 꽃이 좋아 산에서 산노라네 산에는 꽃이 지네 꽃이 지네 지네 가을봄 여름 없이 여름 없이 꽃이 지네 꽃이 지네
네, 우리 공연을 해주신 일본 성악생들과 우리 연합합창단에게
our Japanese group
격려의
and joint
박수를
choir have just
부탁드리겠습니다.
performed. Please give these two groups a big round of applause, everyone.
세계 도처에서 이 자리에
Distinguished
참석해
guests,
주신 축복가정,
blessed families,
내외 귀빈,
peace
동아대사
ambassadors
여러분,
who have gathered here from
그리고
across the
인터넷
world,
생중계를
and all
통해서
blessed families who
역사적인
are
이
celebrating this
기념식에
historic day with
함께하고
us
계신
via
전
live
세계 축복가정
webcast.
여러분, 오늘 본식의
I am
사회를
Jo
맡은
Sung-il,
조성일입니다.
and I'll be your MC for
인사드리겠습니다.
today. I greet you all. I would like to first express profound gratitude to all distinguished guests from home and abroad for honoring this event through their presence despite busy schedules. I thank you again once more. I would also like to convey sincere gratitude to all parliamentarians from over 50 nations, government ministers, and leaders for gathering here to celebrate the birthday of the true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind.
30여 명의 장관님들 그리고 많은 지도자들께 감사의 인사를 드립니다. 여러분 박수를 좀
Please
보내주시기
give them
바랍니다.
Give our leaders a big round of applause, everyone.
존경하는 내외 귀빈 여러분,
Respected distinguished guests from home and abroad, today is indeed a very important day from a providential point of view.
96년 전 문선명 천지인 참 아버님과
It is the day when Reverend Sun Myung-moon, the true father of heaven, earth, and humankind, and Dr. Hak Cha-han-moon, the true mother of heaven, earth, and humankind, were born on earth as the prepared begotten son and begotten daughter of God.
하늘
The
부모님께는
day when God
당신의 오랜 소원이었던
could bear hope for his long-cherished wish and hope to save humankind, a day when humanity gained hope to realize their long-awaited hope of complete liberation from the sinful world and the establishment of a world of peace. However, even though they had emerged on earth amidst heaven's glory, they were not welcomed on the prepared national foundation at that time, resulting in them both walking the restoration path of blood, sweat, and tears to rebuild that national foundation again. After their holy wedding in 1960, their sacrificial life courses of true love could finally bear fruit through Foundation Day at the Cheon coronation dedicated to Heavenly Parent in 2013. And this year is a historic year as we celebrate the third Foundation Day anniversary. This year in particular marks the beginning of the 4-year course of Vision 2020 for the settlement of Cheon based on the victorious foundation of the 3-year mourning period for True Father. On this historic year and day, I would like to express sincere gratitude for being able to celebrate True Parents' birthday amidst the praise of all humanity in the presence of True Father who is in heaven and True Mother who here on earth.
진심으로 감사를 드리며 그동안 수고해 오신 하늘 부모님과 천지인 참
So
부모님께
let us all again give a big round of applause to Heavenly Parent and True Parents.
그러면 지금부터
So from now on, let us
천지인 참 부모님을
we will
모시고
commence the birthday celebration of the true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind. And as we commence it, let us all give a storm of applause that shakes both the heaven and earth, as it is a joyous day for both the spiritual world and physical world, everyone. First of all, a report prayer will be offered by Chairman Ryu Kyung-suk of FFWPU Korea and co-chairman of the executive committee of today's event. Glorious Heavenly Parent and beloved true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind, I would like to offer
천주를 조관하고 계신 천지인 참 부모님, 길섭에
I would like to offer my gratitude for always generously filling our inadequate lives with your deep love, just as you always embrace even the lone flower that casually blooms on the roadside with your full attention through your warm sunshine.
진심으로 감사를 드리옵니다.
This 6th day of the 4th year of Cheon is the birthday of our true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind, who have completely put down the eternal substantial roots of true life and the true lineage on earth. Just as the strong and clear longing of the white magnolia as it anxiously waits for the new spring beyond the cold strong winds, all Unification Church members worldwide have joined together their shy lives and all dedication to praise the universal birthday of our true parents amidst honor and glory. Beloved Heavenly Parent, on this special occasion of True Father's 96th birthday and True Mother's 73rd birthday, we earnestly desire more than any other time to celebrate this day with gratitude that is deeper and a heart that is purer than ever before. When we think of the difficult past 3 years that you alone know that your parents had to silently endure through tears and dedication, based on their single-minded devotion for you, we cannot but sincerely repent and offer comfort. After the universal song, both true parents connected the heavens and the earth as one, and they went over and over again through the numerous restless and desperate difficulties of the providence and continued to offer mourning conditions, successfully establishing Hyojinim's family and Hunjinim's family and the position of the true king and true Abel, and thereby completing the four-position foundation of the true family. Through this foundation, the eternal vertical sign of Cheon could finally be firmly erected, and all blessed families are reborn as heavenly tribal messiahs that have inherited true parents' legacy. And we can now advance, for we have been anointed as providential leaders in expanding and developing the ideal of the substantial Cheon. Glorious Heavenly Parent, how can the joy of celebrating true parents' birthday be limited to only the 193 mission nations of the Unification Church alone? True parents' birthday is the biggest grace, the gospel among gospels, and that God bestowed to all 7.3 billion people. Please enable this birthday to become an eternal festival and I sincerely pray that true parents' words, heart, love, and culture can be achieved through absolute obedience, love, and faith, and completion of mission as heavenly tribal size. The lives our once loose have now become solemn lives of true love through true parents. The false lives which were once useless have become true lives like pure spring flowers. True parents' birthday, a truly precious and glorious day. May this blaze-like grace and gratitude once more become deeply engraved in our hearts, and we sincerely pray for true parents' safety and good health. I sincerely pray that today's entire event is conducted through your great love and guidance as with true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind in our midst, and that this day serves as an eternal foundation of welfare and peace for all humanity. And I report all this in my name, Ru Gyeong-seok, of a blessed central family. Aju. Thank you for the report prayer. Next, we'll be seeing a presentation of the commemorative video. This video content congratulates the birthday of the true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind and their victorious course for world peace and salvation of all humanity, which is God's long-cherished.
The nation of the east where the sun rises, the only begotten Son and daughter of God were sent. Heavenly Parent is overjoyed, and saints robed in white, candles in hand, respond, rejoicing at the births of true parents.
찬미하세 찬양하세 참 부모님 성탄 할렐루야 할렐루야 하늘 부모님 기뻐 화답하
true father received heaven's call when he was 16. This happened early on Easter morning, and from that moment on, Father's quest for the new word, the principle, began. Only an excruciating lifelong effort could liberate God, save humankind, and realize peace on earth.
수없이 반복되는
Frequently hovering in a state between life and death, even vomiting blood, I had to rise again like a phoenix, to remain true to my promise to God.
세우기 위한 삶이었습니다.
True Mother was blessed by God when she was 6 years old. Mother completed the providence of restoration through indemnity with Father. Even today, she continues to carry the burden alone on earth and leads us towards settling Cheon Il-guk.
아버님,
Father,
이제 이후로는
from now on, you have nothing to worry about.
저희들이
We will fulfill our responsibilities at all costs.
하겠습니다. 그러니
Therefore,
아버님께서는
we hope and pray that you will now be free to come and go as you please, and to comfort God, our Heavenly Parent, who has been lonely until now in the eternal garden of the original homeland.
God's will was that they were born on the same lunar calendar date in different years. They were united on the day of their holy wedding. That moment marked the realization of God's ideal of creation for the first time in 6,000 years. For humankind, the door of salvation opened on that blessed day. After the holy wedding, they began a 7-year course, even as our members endured persecution and hardship, sometimes only satisfying their hunger with 2 meals a day. The churches were filled with laughter. Father's voice empowered them with the principle, and tearful sounds of praise rang out. New members increased by the day as our members, drunk on love, spread the word. By uniting in heart, members were engrafted and reborn, and true parents gave birth to their own children. For the first time, the true parents and then a true family centered on God's lineage manifested. 7 years later, on January 1st, 1968, for the first time ever, true parents proclaimed God's Day and announced the motto, True Parents, True Teachers, and True Owners. The way opened for all people to shed fallen nature, become true human beings, and have a family in line with the original purpose of creation through the practice of love based on the rock of faith. Through the love shared between them, father and mother joined in one harmonious union, partners in love. They overcame every moment together with their endlessly giving, truly loving hearts. One family under God. For world peace, true parents cherished this unitary vision and headed to modern-day Rome, the United States. Father delivered a new message to a crowd of tens of thousands of people in the United States. This message was a special remedy that extinguished the light of the fallen hippie culture and healed the hurt and sick. Mother was always by Father's side, fostering good fortune through acts of devotion alongside the members as a means of achieving victory. Including support for the Nicaraguan rebels and the U.S. Strategic Defense Initiative, true parents risked their lives in international anti-communist movements. In a hotel across from the Soviet embassy in Geneva, they proclaimed the fall of communism. Finally, a few years later, people were shocked by this foresight when the communist bloc collapsed. A Accompanied by numerous journalists and heads of state, and alongside young angels of peace, the Iron Curtain was torn down. In North Korea, the only divided nation on earth, true parents elucidated Godism and opened a new path for North-South reunification. The untrodden path. That path was not always one of joy and glory. Hardships and suffering barred their way. The era of the Cold War was one of acute conflict. Mission Butterfly, the code name for underground missionary activity dedicated to liberating those under communism, began in Vienna, Austria. Many members joined through the word that they spread in the Soviet Union and all over Eastern Europe. Yet even so, brutal persecution pursued them. Many were imprisoned, and some died as martyrs, embodying the sentiment,
Father, Mother, I will meet you in heaven. Please forgive me for going first.
true parents' hearts were torn as they had to watch their children, unknown and unrecognized for their efforts, go to heaven in their place. My children, you have given all your sincerity and loyalty and done your duty to your parents for the sake of the will. I believe that if you have died for the sake of the world from a position similar to mine, you will become an ancestor of all people. I am also taking this path. At the celebration of 50 years of evangelism in Europe, True Mother also soothed the hearts of the Mission Butterfly missionaries. True Father, True Mother, you have done so much that only heaven knows. You have ended the seemingly endless Cold War, and you strive to unite the world divided by conflict.
또래는 장가를 갔더래요. 전하가 마음은 갑순이 뿐이래요. 겉으로는 안 그런 척.
True parents have nobly taken a path toward realizing world peace. The headquarters of the Providence has changed from the Bomnet-go cardboard hut to Cheonjeonggung in Cheongpyeong. Blessed members in heaven and on earth began with 3 couples. Now there are billions. True Parents' Will has spread all across the world from Korea. And non-profit international peace institutions are active in all areas. After True Father's ascension, True Mother represented humankind and dutifully offered a 3-year mourning period. She established a tradition by compiling the Holy Scriptures and prepared the foundation for the reign of peace by enacting the Cheon-il-guk Constitution. Moreover, she does not hold back on support in cultivating global individuals. The Sunhak Peace Prize, which awarded its first laureates last year, is indicating the way for future generations. And the awardees are emphasizing the necessity of taking part in True Parents' peace movements.
I wish to begin by taking a moment to pay very special tribute to the late Reverend Sun Myung-moon and to Dr. Park Cha-han-moon for their lifelong vision and work, which is underpinned by the ultimate goal of achieving global peace for all. Indeed, had the global community embraced these visions of promoting reconciliation, coexistence, and cooperation, the world would certainly be a much better place and a more peaceful place today.
I thank Madam Dr. Hak Jahan Moon for her vision in establishing this award and reminding the global community the need to act fast for a food secure and peaceful world.
With each providential milestone, small or large, true parents always went to the rivers or seas. Heavenly Father, please do not worry about me, but save the earth and your people. One human family under God. They pursued this single aim throughout their lives with devotion and love. 2016, a year of hope. On the basis of an international peace network across all fields around the world, the 4-year course toward Vision 2020, the completion of Cheon has begun. We believe that we will surely be successful if we unite with true parents.
참 부모님을
Personify true parents' quest, the truth they gave us, the life, and the love.
체들이 돼야 된다. 위하여 사는 참 사랑을 실천하는.
You must practice true love, live for the sake of others. You must have a heart that gives, and still wants to give and share.
그것이
This is how we can achieve one world.
길목이야.
Beloved true parents, just as you have followed the path of God's will with all your devotion for the sake of God's heart, just as you have blessed us with all your love for the sake of the salvation of humanity, we will follow the way of love and devotion that you have shown us. We will inherit the spirit of loyalty and piety from the days of Mission Butterfly and advance vigorously again and again. We will accomplish world peace centered on one human family attending Heavenly Parent, the settlement of Cheonilguk without fail.
A heart-moving video. So let us again clap our hands in gratitude to true parents who follow the sacrificial path of true love for the salvation of humanity and for world peace. Now, true parents will soon make an entrance, so please rise from your seats, everyone. True Parents is now making an entrance. Please welcome her with a big round of applause, everyone. Please give our true parents another big round of applause. So let us all pay our respect to true parents by offering a bow. Let us all bow. Next, we'll have a presentation of bouquet of flowers representing the true family, blessed families worldwide, and the 7.3 billion people. Moon Kwon-jin and John Hwa-yeon's family will present the bouquet of flowers to true parents. Please give again another big round of applause of gratitude and congratulations to our victorious true parents. Next, we'll have a cake-cutting ceremony to commemorate the birthday of our true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind. And I would like to ask everyone today to join the joint choir in singing the birthday song that True Mother actually personally wrote, and to please follow the lead of the joint choir. Next, we'll have a presentation of gifts, and the gift is a model of Cheon Song Hagwon, which honors and commemorates the life courses of our true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind, and to dedicate the dedication of all members worldwide and their resolve. This gift will be presented by An Jun-sok, Vice Chairman of FFWP International, Ryu Kyung-sok, Chairman of FFWP Korea, Song Young-sun, Chairman of Blessed Families Association in Japan, and Kim Gi-eun, Regional President of the. Please give them, true parents, again a big round of applause. Thank you. Please be seated. Next, Moon Sun-chin, Chairman of FFWPU International and Chairman of the Organizational Committee of the entire third Foundation Anniversary and Birthday Celebration, will give the welcoming address today. Please welcome her with a big round of applause, everyone.
Parliament and for more than 50 nations, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, happy True Parents' Birthday. It is my special privilege and honor to share a few words with you today on this very, very special occasion. Today, in the presence of True Mother, we honor and celebrate the birth. True Mother is a very young 73 years old. On this glorious day, we celebrate their amazing life, legacy, and true lineage, the starting point of true peace, true love, and the restoration of all humankind. We celebrate the birth of true parents. True Father was born in 1920 in a Cheongju township in North Korea during the Japanese occupation. He lived almost a century, witnessing a world in a constant state of conflict, from the Korean War, the two World Wars, the Vietnam War, the Middle East conflict, terrorism, 9/11, and every manner of global crisis in between, a steady stream of turmoil, suffering, and confusion. Yet, despite his war-torn childhood, imprisonment, and religious persecution, he overcame every temptation to become bitter, cynical, or resentful. Rather, he committed himself gratefully to God's providence and began to teach and travel the world, bringing light the principles of peace, true love, forgiving one's enemies, and living for the sake of others. The first line of his autobiography tells a stoic vision of peace as he embraced even as a child. He writes, "I have lived my life with just one thought. I wanted to bring about a world where there were no wars, where humankind lives in love." Perhaps some may say, how is it possible you were thinking about peace when you were a child? Is it so astonishing that a child would dream of peace? Perhaps for people who experience these horrors of bloodied bodies and broken bones, peace has been something that could only be imagined in a dream. Peace, though, is not difficult to accomplish. To begin with, we can find peace in the air, the natural environment, and in the people around us. Please take this moment to look and meet your neighbor, who are all peace-loving global citizens. True Father's dreams of peace lives in each and every one of you. So. During nearly the 80 years of his public ministry, he gathered and witnessed to millions of people from around the globe, uplifting and inspiring them to an awareness of a higher purpose and consciousness of the universe, and an understanding of the true heart and nature of our Heavenly Parents. He taught that we are all Heavenly Parents' children, and that at the root of all life, there is true love. As such, we must honor each life as sacred. He opened churches, schools, and businesses, all to spread this message of peace and oneness with each other and all of creation. He writes, "The truth of the universe is that we must acknowledge each other and help each other. The principle of the universe is for everyone to live together for the sake of one another. Anyone who deviates from this faces certain ruin. If nationalities and religions continue to attack each other maliciously, humanity has no future. There will be an endless cycle of terror and warfare until one day we become but extinct. But we are not without hope. There is clearly hope. I have kept this dream of hope and always kept this dream of peace alive. What I want is to wipe away completely the walls and fences that divide the world in a myriad of ways, and to create a world of unity. I want to tear down the walls between religions and races and fill in the gap between the rich and the poor. Once that is done, we can reestablish the world of peace that God created in the beginning. I am talking about a world where no one goes hungry, where no one sheds tears. I am talking about a world to heal a world where there is no hope, which is lacking in love. We need to go back to the pure hearts that we had as children, to shed our desire to possess ever-increasing amounts of material wealth and restore our beautiful essence back to the human beings. We need to go back to the principles of peace and the breath of love we learned as we are being carried on our Father's backs. This passage above is from Father's first chapter of his autobiography, a section entitled, "What I Learned About Peace While Being Carried on My Father's Back." In this section, he tells a story of when he was a young boy, and he would go off to play in the forest and in the hills, and being so completely immersed in nature that night would fall and he would fall asleep in the woods. He writes, "My father would be forced to come find me. When I heard my father shouting in the distance, 'Yongmyeong, Yongmyeong,' I couldn't help but smile, even as I slept. My name as a child was Yongmyeong. The sound of his voice would awaken me, but I would pretend to be asleep. He would hoist me on his back and carry me home. That feeling I had as he carried me down the hill, feeling completely secure and able to let my heart be completely at ease. That was peace. That is how I first learned about peace while being carried on my father's back. That peace was true parental love. This unconditional and eternal love a parent has that calls out and stumbles through the dark to find his children and to carry them home. Throughout history, such love is the love of God, our Heavenly Parent. This same love, true father and true mother, have been given blessed family members worldwide, this selfless, sleepless, caring love, carrying us all home to Cheon on their backs as God's children in complete security and peace. This is true love, and these are our true parents. This is a truth of our Heavenly Parent. Being given this gift of love, we need to make this dream of peace, which true Father had as a child, a living reality. Let us be like children again, sons and daughters who live to spread true love and carry on our backs all the children of the world. We must open our hearts and experience this eternal peace of being lovingly carried by Heavenly Parents' back. We must pass down this precious lineage and tradition to future generations. Thank you, true Father. We wish you the happiest 96th birthday. Adieu. True Mother was born in 1943 in Anju Township of North Korea. She was only 8 years old when the Korean War broke out. As a young child, she witnessed gruesome death, incomprehensible destruction of her homeland and its people. She harrowingly fled for her life with her grandmother, her mother, and miraculously was reunited with her uncle, who was stationed in an army base in Daegu, South Korea. Despite all the horrors she encountered in her early years, true Mother was the embodiment of peace and unscathed purity, piety, and goodness. In 1960, she was engaged and blessed her true father on April 11th. From that day, she has walked the hilly parental path with our true father. Today, they carry the world's children on their backs and bring them in peace and love back home. In True Father's autobiography, he writes about True Mother. My wife's dream is to see all women raised as true daughters with filial hearts who can create peace at home, in our communities, in our nations, and in our world. The women's movement being carried out by my wife serves the goal of true families, which are the root of peace in all areas of life. Throughout history, women have been persecuted, but I predict this will change. The coming world will be one of reconciliation and peace based on women's maternal character, love, and sociability. The time is coming when the power of women will save the world. Mother had to become true mother, a true wife, and a true daughter. To complete even one of these three missions is difficult, but Mother has completed them all. Also, yes, Aju. Also, she had to be a mother by giving birth to 14 sons and daughters. Can we give her a round of applause for that? Amazing. To this day, no one has known Mother. I invested myself in her through 3 stages: formation, growth, and completion. Because it is time to seek sons and daughters in a perfected world, devoid of the fall, you can proclaim clearly that true father is Sun Myung-moon and true mother is Hak Ja-han, Aju. They are our eternal true parents, and on this day we sincerely offer them both our eternal gratitude and love for carrying us all and teaching us what it means to have true love and world peace. I pray that all of you can learn more deeply about them and study true parents' lives and their great works for these few passages, I have only read the tip of the iceberg, so to say, of their long history of living for the sake of others. My hope and my prayer is that we can take their love and their wisdom and pay it forward to future generations and to all people of the world who have yet to have felt the parental love of being carried safely home, securely, peacefully, with true love. Wishing our beloved true parents the happiest birthdays. 아버지, 어머니, 감사합니다. 사랑합니다. 축하드립니다. Once again, thank you. May heaven's blessing pour forth on each one of you, your families, and your nations. Happy True Parents' Birthday!
네, 우리에게 감동적인 환영사를 해주신 문선진 세계회장님께
I'll give a big warm round of applause to Sun Jin-in for giving us a heartwarming welcoming speech. Next, we'll have congratulatory addresses. In commemoration of this historic birthday, many leaders from around the world have sent congratulatory messages, and among them, we will be particularly watching video messages sent by Senator Orrin Hatch, and also former President Jonathan Goodluck of Nigeria, who has a special relationship with their parents. So let us all watch their messages.
I regret that I cannot be with you in person, but I appreciate this opportunity to greet the leaders and participants gathering in Korea from all over the world for this important occasion. I also want to greet Dr. Moon, give her my best wishes, and recognize the recent birthday that she shares with her late husband. The people gathering there from all over the world are seeking to strengthen the most important institutions and freedoms known to mankind. I am encouraged by not only those who have been seen in the fight for religious freedom for years, but by so many who are stepping up to engage in this effort for the first time. I applaud all of you and your efforts in your own countries, as well as your coming together in this important conference. I am honored to participate with you in this great cause.
First and foremost, congratulate Mrs. Moon, at least is still with us. And late Reverend Moon, who is away, but his ideas and philosophy are still alive today. They are special gifts. They were born the same day. And from the beginning, God has a special responsibility for them. Reverend Moon founded the Peace Federation, the ambassadors for peace program, and a special leadership program for women at the UN targeted at peace. He believed that for us to live in peace, human beings must interact peacefully, irrespective of their nations, irrespective of their ideologies, irrespective of their religious beliefs. And indeed, we cannot have peace in the world if we don't love people irrespective of their creeds, nationalities, class. It's somebody who was totally committed to bringing peace to the world. We love him. He's gone to stay with the Lord, but his ideas and his philosophy still live on. And I believe the world will still carry out this message for global peace, for us to live in peace. And that's the only way we can talk about development. All these crises are coming up in this world because of the absence of peace. Thank you. Brother Moon and Mrs. Moon, congratulations.
네, 여러분 감사의 박수를
Thank you. Please give again another big round of applause to the two leaders. And we also received messages from former President George W. Bush and different other leaders. So we received around 300 leaders actually sent birthday messages to parents. So please let us give a big round of applause again to all those leaders for sending these messages. Next, representing all leaders from different countries, Honorable Jose de Venecia, the founding chair of the International Conference of Asian Political Parties, will give today's congratulatory address. Please welcome Honorable Jose de Venecia again with a big round of applause. And even presently, he is actively participating in all activities together with true parents. So please welcome again with a big round of applause, everyone.
Mother Moon, members of the Moon family, Excellencies, distinguished members of Parliament from around the world, religious leaders, civil and NGO leaders, people of Korea. Madam Moon, I see the chair beside you empty, but we can almost feel and see the spirit of Reverend Moon beside you. Inspired that his dream lives, that his dream continues on. My friends, we live in a world today that faces enormous multiple challenges on almost every front. We have witnessed the devastations of climate change. As sea levels rose and ebbed, and as the quality of our air and of our water declines, and as new diseases such as the Zika virus and variations of avian flu are beginning to infiltrate in our midst. We also see the growing problem of economic inequality affecting individuals, families, and nations of the world, with the 1% of the world owning as much as 60% of the wealth of the peoples of the world. Already, the crisis in the Middle East, in Libya, in Yemen, in Iraq, in Israel, Palestine, and in most of all, Syria, and in North and West Africa. Already in Syria, almost 300,000 people have perished. These tragedies triggering the outflow of millions of refugees, unprecedented since World War II, are pushing as well the upsurge of violent extremists determined on wreaking havoc in many areas of the world. And in Northeast Asia, on this critical peninsula, we have increasingly serious and provocative threats from North Korea. They are violating international standards, pushing forward with their nuclear weapons program, completely ignoring the United Nations and the appeals for peace from leaders and peace-loving peoples of the world. Madam Moon, we are grateful to you, for you have initiated here the International Leadership Conference, which over the next few days will try to address these critical problems in the search for concrete and realistic solutions. Hansamida, Madam Moon. The Universal Peace Federation, which you and Father Moon founded, led today by our friend Dr. Thomas Walsh, is perhaps doing as much work as any NGO that we know of to build a global network of individuals and organizations dedicated to reconciliation and peace. UPF's brand is now a modest but effective initiative in the world, having rightfully earned respect among leaders of government, religion, civil society, and even units of the United Nations family. Congratulations to UPF. This is the great legacy, Mother Moon, of your outstanding and tireless work to further and enlarge the pioneering work of Father Moon. As we gather here, we are proud to benefit from the active support of the Washington Times and the Segye Ilbo, leading respected newspapers in America and in Korea. Mother Moon, you are wise to recognize that we must not only do good work, but we must also appreciate the news and inform people of the work that is being done. The media and all its platforms, both the old media and the new media, are absolutely essential in the effort to promote and establish peace. This world needs a fair, free, balanced, and socially engaged multimedia. Your vision to establish the Washington Times, a leading and respected voice in America, and the Segye Ilbo, a leading and respected voice in Korea, is a pillar in your legacy and a force in the battles against poverty, against violent extremism, against climate change, and gender inequality and injustice. Excellencies, friends, we also want to say how encouraged and inspired we all are to see here in your midst more than 150 parliamentarians from all regions of the world. From Africa, from Europe, from Asia, from North America, from Latin America and Australia. Congratulations, members of parliament from all over the world. 5 terms as a Speaker of the House of Representatives in the Philippines. And I know that members of parliament have a major role to play in shaping legislation, in mobilizing public policy, in fiscal responsibility, and in bringing up the standards of good governance. It was a brilliant idea for you, Madam Moon, for you to have initiated this international Parliamentarians for Peace programs as part of the UPF family many years ago, and to now propose the formation of an association of international parliamentarians to hold and organize this meeting with leaders and members of the Korean Parliament. Congratulations. Having myself founded the Asian Parliamentary Assembly, which we hope will emerge as the Asian Parliament, counterpart to the European Parliament, counterpart to the African Parliament, counterpart to the regional legislature in South America. I say today, Mother Moon, we offer our support for this, your historic initiative, and we are ready to have this undertaking in any way we can. Dr. Han Moon, in closing, we want to express our heartfelt congratulations, respect, and appreciation here in this morning near the 38th parallel across North Korea. While Father Moon, our dear friend, did not receive all the respect and all the appreciation he deserved from the world is sincerely aware of his great pioneering historic work, and that the work you yourself have been doing and that you continue to do for civil society, for faith-based organizations, for universities and students, and for the poorest among the poor. Yes, Mother Moon, Hamsamida. And let us not forget Father and Mother Moon. You have been champions of strengthening the sacrament of marriage and the unity of the human family. In fact, my wife, Gina, who is now in Manila, and I participated in the blessing ceremony in Seoul a few years ago. Mother Moon, you have been a leader in promoting interreligious dialogue to help stop the conflict and competition among religions, and to help promote the alliances of civilizations and cultures. As we celebrate your joint birthdays, we're reminded of your vision and of your wise counsel to live for the sake of others, and which has become the first fighting principle of the UPF family. Congratulations, Mother Moon. Excellencies, friends, people of Korea, and delegates from around the world, all of us working together as part of UPF's International Leadership Conference. In the next 3 days, we will do our best to mobilize parliamentarians and the forces of civil society in the cause of peace, which you and Father Moon have cherished and lived for. Please consider it to be our birthday present to you, and that we will not yield or give up on this effort, and we shall try to redouble our efforts, and we shall not rest in our search for peace, in our commitment to one family under God. God bless Korea, both North and South, for it is part of our dream for unity and reconciliation and peace in this tragic peninsula, and for the unification of your fractured land. But I say that in God's chosen time, the two Germanys were united. In God's chosen time, the two Vietnams were united. I say, Father and Mother Moon, who donated the hotel an automobile factory that they built in Pyongyang to the North Korean government and to the North Korean people. Today, we ask, in the name of humanity, we ask for the resumption of the Six Nation Korean peace talks, for a united Korea. Yes, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, yes, someday, in God's chosen time, the two Koreas will be united. This is the life of Father Moon and Mother Moon, the life of UPF, the life that all of you, tens of thousands who are gathered here in the frontiers close to the demilitarized zone, I say to you, our battle cry should be peace, peace, peace among nations, peace among peoples, peace among civilizations, peace among families, and peace in the hearts of men. Thank you and good morning.
네, 정말 천지인 참부모님에 대한 뜨거운 열정을 가지고
He really showed us great passion for true parents. Please give him again another big round of applause, everyone.
예, 여러분 아울러 전 세계에서 오신 약
Now, together with like 400 leaders, please give a big round of applause again to all our leaders who have come from around the world. Next, we will have a special poem recital to congratulate this special occasion. And born as God's begotten son and daughter, true parents were able to emerge as the true parents on earth after their holy wedding in 1960. And this poem today was delivered on True Parents' Holy Wedding by Chairman Yu Kwang-yeol, who was then director of the cultural department. And the poem wholly reflects True Father's joy at meeting the true mother of humanity and at becoming the true parents and his love for mother. This historic poem will be recited by Jong Won-ju, Chief Secretary of True Mother's Office.
수고 속에 기쁨을 얻으시는 분, 기르는 손길에 보람을 두시는 분, 보살피는 일로서 시간을 견디시는 분, 꾸짖고 아파하시는 분, 달래시며 우시는 분, 어루만지시며 즐거우신 분, 지시고 유쾌하신 분, 이기고 괴로우신 분, 덮어주고 좋게 하시는 분, 감싸주고 쾌하신 분, 품으시고 든든해 하시는 분, 지켜주고서야 지켜지시는 분, 바라보시며 행복하신 분, 성공을 대하여 영광을 느끼시는 분, 무조건 맡아주시는 분, 완성을 지으시는 한 분, 언제나 계셔야 할 그분.
하늘의 독생자이자 인류의 아버지로서
True.
참 어머니를 맞이하는 참 아버님의 심정을 온전히 느낄 수 있는
This was indeed a heart-moving poem where we could feel true father's heart as he met true mother. Please give a big round of applause again to our true parents. Next, we'll have a congratulatory performance, which actually has been prepared by a well-known composer and conductor, David Etten, who is also senior conductor of the New York Philharmonic Orchestra, and conductor Kim Hae-cha. The songs they will present today include a birthday song written by True Mother and composed by conductor David Etten, Arirang, and the Battle Hymn of the Republic, which are also two favorite songs of True Parents. So please welcome them with a big round of applause.
네, 여러분 축가가 한 곡 더 남았는데요. 격려의 박수를 좀 부탁드리겠습니다. 네, 정말 감동적인
That
무대였습니다.
was a beautiful and harmonious, heart-moving performance. Please give again another big round of applause to our joint choir and the two conductors again. True parents will now leave the stage. We would like to ask everyone to please rise from your seats and let us give again another big round of applause to our true parents as they leave the stage. Let us all show our respects through a bow, everyone. Let us all bow. Thank you, true parents. With this, we conclude the first part of the birthday celebration of the true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind. And as soon as the stage is ready, the second part of this event will begin with true parents in our presence.